Salute traders, what's going on? Real fast, I hopped in here to do this video. Before I get into it, let me post the comment that was made and the request. So I was asked, Jimmy, would you be able to make a video on your thought process regarding leaving trades or cutting them? Or maybe some steps you would do to see if a trade would be good or not. I'll have winning trades and then my losing ones just wash out the wins. And this is a great topic, so let me do the video. So let me pull up my MT4 and we're going to talk about some stuff. So this is going to be a video where I'm going to talk about two things. I'm going to talk about the process, and I'm going to talk about something that a lot of people do that I've noticed, and I'm going to explain why this may be happening to you. Now, it's a possibility this is not the reason, but it was for me, and it may be the same for you. So as you can see on MT4, I'm on the dollar chart. Now, I'm not going to compare currencies because on my computer they're going to match. But one thing I will tell you, a lot of you guys that trade, what I notice is, let's go here and pull this up. Where is it? Okay, so let's make sure you can see that. And part of my mouse, I still haven't changed my mouse. Okay, so this is GJ, and let me see if I can find GJ on this chart and see what I got going on. Okay, let's see what we got for GJ, because I am in a trade on GJ currently, so it might be a good time to pull it up. Okay, so let's pull up my GJ and show my trade. Yeah, this is a good time to pull it up. Okay, so let's talk about it. Okay, so if you notice, there's my GJ, there's my MT4. Now, if you pay attention to this hour candle, right, you will notice this is different. I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you look at my trading view, let me try to let me get this off here. They're always advertising. It's so annoying. I can't even look between my mouse and these ads. I can't even get this off. Look, it won't even give me the chart. Jesus, trading view. Y'all love this though, huh? Not me. I don't frequent trading view. Okay, so if you pay attention to this hour candle right here, I'm gonna go to my MT4. Just look at that candle and just pay attention to my MT4. It looks the same, but it's actually slightly different. You see the wicks on it? You see how the candle is actually different? Now, I'm going to warn you, this is something y'all probably don't even realize, but when you trade on MT4 in Trading View, unless you match the service, which I did a long time ago, so mine was actually supposed to match, but it doesn't. But I'm going to reveal something y'all don't know. Trading View doesn't have the same price as MT4, guys. The price, what they call, is a lag between service, but the price is not the same. I've always noticed this, and back before I matched up my service, which I forgot how I did it, but I'm pretty sure if you look, you can do it. But I just came to the realization, since I'm using software, I don't trade on Trading View. I'm not saying you can't, but just know that when you trade on it, right, like I said, look at these candles and how this candle has like a little wick to it on this broker, and then on this Trading View, it's completely flat. It's completely different. It's a different candle. I noticed before I matched up my servers, it was like this. If you use the Ananda server and then you use like a maybe Henko trade, the price is going to be actually different. Sometimes it's very different. So I just wanted to warn you people that when you use the indicators on MT4 and you trade on Trading View, just know that it's not actually the same. Sometimes it looks the same, but it's not. I'm telling you, it's not. There's a lot of times when you look, if you pay close enough attention, which means you guys are not paying close enough attention to your trades, by the way, but if you pay close enough attention, you'll notice that it don't match. So I just wanted to warn you, because I had a talk with an engineer, and she told me that the reason my price was so different, because I would send her pictures of the same trades and it would be completely different directions. And at one point she showed it to me where how you do it. I had to match my server up to Hugo's Way, because at the time Hugo's Way was what I was trading on, and I was using Trading View. And this is not a knock on people that use Trading View, but just please understand something. A lot of y'all are doing this because you learned it on YouTube, and YouTube people, for some reason, they always show you Trading View, and a lot of times you'll see them like even act, I'm not gonna say act. Sometimes it seems like they take a trade on it, but a lot of people on YouTube do not trade on Ananda. Now we do have Ananda accounts. You do have to have a regulated account, but a lot of people do not trade on TradingView. They trade on an offshore broker because of the margin and because of the leverage. You get what I'm saying? So Ananda's going to give you a 50 to 1, where if you trade on like Henko Trade, it's a 500 to 1. So you're going to trade offshore, a lot of people. So a lot of these YouTubers kind of come on here and they mess around with this TradingView chart because it looks better for the video. It does. It looks better. It's like a better chart. But a lot of y'all don't know that your MT4 can actually look like this too if you mess with the settings. I have 4K monitors, so for me it looks the same for me, because when I go to my MT4 it looks like this because I have 4K enabled on my MT4. A lot of y'all just run MT4 without doing these things, and there's a lot of settings that MT4 has. I'm killing right now too. Y'all see that? Ethereum switched up on me. I was just killing Ethereum and it just switched up. So that GJ trader's pulling back on me too. Matter of fact, I already see GJ is getting ready to play a little game, so let me secure this. I don't even feel like playing with GJ today because GJ's been being very nasty these last couple of days. But anyway, back to the topic. So just to give you guys a warning, TradingView and MT4 are usually not they're not 100% in line with one another. Matter of fact, let's see what MT4 what TradingView looks like now, since I have that there. So this is odd. So this is definitely odd. My TradingView is not even live. Is it live? Yeah. Oh, okay. So it is live. Okay. So it's kind of matching right now. It's catching up. It's matching right now. But you notice for a little while it kind of didn't match. It kind of didn't match at first, and it still looks a little different. But you gotta watch the price, 164, and they go to yeah. See. If you pay attention, the price is lagging. So I see what's going on. So the price is lagging between the two, and these are on the same server, by the way. So yours would probably have a completely different price if it's not matching. So just keep that in mind. So now let's get into the question that I was asked, and the question was about leaving trades. Okay. So let's go back over it. It says, would you make a video talking about the process regarding leaving trades or cutting them? Okay, so let's talk about leaving or cutting your trade. First of all, the first thing you guys want to realize is, you see what my take profit is? The only thing I would really do in this trade, right, just to make sure that GJ doesn't do no dumb stuff, I probably want to put it here. Why? Because it's gonna have to come back to this point. So I'm already in profit this far ahead, right? So why would I clip the trade? So a lot of y'all say, hey, clipping the trade, leaving the trade, why would I cut it? Why would I leave it? See, it's in profit, so why would I leave it? A lot of times when you guys are thinking like this, it's just because you're not doing the analysis on your trade. The low for the day is here, so I know at some point we got to come back here. I'm in the sell and I'm in the right direction, so why would I clip the trade unless I went for the low of the day? You know, so I don't understand why would I even be thinking that. Now, what I've come to realize about you guys is that when you say what you said in the last part, I'll have winning trades and then my losing ones just wash out the wins. Okay, so I've been there, and that comes from over trading. So what you guys want to do is, let me explain the way that you're trading, right? If you have winning trades and your losing trades are defeating you, that means that you're letting losing trades run too long. You shouldn't have a 1-to-1 on a losing trade and a 1-to-1 on a winning trade. Your winning trade should probably be a 1-to-2, 1-to-3, 1-to-4, 1-to-5, and your losing trade should be a 1-to-1. Why is a running trade getting the ability to run to the point where you're not in profit? That means that you're taking a lot of trades and you're losing most of the trades you're taking. So let's say if you take 10 trades and they're all 1-to-1s, right? And then at the end of the week, you lost 4 trades and you lost 6 trades and 1-4. That means you were down 60% for the week. You have to start looking at this as a percentage, and you have to set your goals to say, okay, if I trade $100 a day, right? Let's say my goal is to make $300 a day, 5 days a week. That would make you $100,000 a year, making you a 6-figure trader. So you have to have goals. Like when you see me taking all of these trades that you see on this chart right here, that's because I have an account that this was money that was either given to me to trade when I was trading for somebody, because one of the accounts, that's what's happening. The other one is profits from other trades. The other two are prop firms. And then I have my main one, which I don't trade a lot on that. My main trade, my main account, I only trade one pair a day on that main pair. My main account that I don't want to lose money on, I only trade one trade a day on there. So that's the account that I can't afford to lose nothing on. I take one trade a day on that account. These other accounts are just throwaway accounts from profits that was given to me to do something, and I did it, so now I just have these accounts. My prop firm accounts are just for me to make capital to buy other accounts with. I don't care about those accounts. But my own account that I started with, that I had when I was working my 9 to 5, that account is the account I care about the most. And that account, I don't take but one trade a day on that. Like today, I took 2 trades on that account. Matter of fact, no, I'm lying. I took 3 trades, and it was 2 pairs: USD JPY and GU. Those are the 2 pairs that I traded, and I took 3 trades, and I won the 3 trades, and I got 55 pips on both of those trades, and I cut them because I don't like to trade a lot on my main account. My goal was to make a certain amount. I hit it 3 times over, and I cut the account, and I stopped trading for the day on that account. The trades that I'm running now, this account, I don't care. If I lose, I lose. But the whole point is, the reason I'm in these winning trades is because the reason I'm able to show you that I have all those winning trades right there is because I'm not letting that run past a certain point. Like if I'm losing the trades, those trades are not going to stay open for long. I don't stay in losing trades. If my direction is not sure, I clip the trade. So the way how I trade primarily is supply and demand. I know that the price wants to go down to this level. Let's look at the price. GJ wants to go to, it will want to reach 161, 300, okay? So that's right around where I put my take profit, because that's the low of the day here, and the lowest point is 161, 155. So I know that by looking at that, that's where the price wants to go, so that's where I put my take profit. I'm already in profit, and my risk was nothing. I had no drawdown on this trade. So once again, if I take this trade, right, if you look at the last couple of trades I took, I won them because I got out. Now, if you want to talk about not being profitable and you take a bunch of trades, that means you overtraded. So I can't stress that enough, that you got to look at the risk to reward when you take a trade. Whereas if you're risking 1-to-1 and you're in profit, and at the end of the week you're not in profit, that means that you overtraded. So you got to start, and the way how I would combat that is I would discipline myself to a certain point of the day. Let's say you want to make $100 a day, right? If you make $100, you should just stop trading. Discipline yourself to not be greedy. If you hit that $100, stay out of the market for that day, and then tomorrow come back and do it again, and just keep doing it till you can hit that goal, and just keep expanding it. That was how I started out, and that kept me from overtrading this is how I did it. Let me give you the formula. If I wanted to make $100 a day, I needed an account that had $10,000 in it, because I needed 1%, right? So if I had an account with $10,000 in it, which is a prop firm account, I would risk 1%. So if I hit 1% for the day, I would stop trading, because 1% is considered good. And you learn this from banks, right? Putting money in the bank. If you make 3%, 5%, 15%, which you could do with Forex, you're killing it. And I would just stick to my 1 to 3% a day. If I was 1 to 3% up, I would stop on that account for the day until I got good at doing it. Once I got good at doing it, I just kept making sure that I saw any percentage increase in my account. So if I saw I was doing 1% a day, I would expand my trading, and now I would see I'm doing 3%. I'm doing like this account right here is 400%. So any trades I take on this account, I don't care, because I'm up 400% overall on the profit in this account. So if this account is 400%, what I put into it, I don't care, because I'm already up so much. The initial money that was put in the account, Ben was taken out. But you got to go based off percentages. Now, if you're doing 1% a day at the end of the week and you got 5%, then you're disciplining yourself to be in profit instead of just winning trades and taking a bunch of trades. You can't just take a bunch of trades and say, how come I'm losing? because you're taking every trade. You can't take every trade. You got to trade and have a goal, and you got to stick to your discipline. Now, as far as the direction of my trades, I use supply and demand. As you can see, every chart that I always show you has it. And GJ is looking to go to the bottom level right here, but as you see, it's pulling back. So what is GJ trying to do? It's trying to pull back, but honestly, it's in a downtrend right now. So we know that GJ wants to go to 161.155, and then if it's at the lowest point, it will go right here. It will go to let me see what that marker says. It will go to 161.906, because this is a level that, if you look on a lower time frame, there's going to be a supply level right here. Okay, but the reason you don't see it on the 1 hour is because the supply level is weak, so the 1 hour is not respecting it enough to show it to you. But if I go to a lower time frame, I guarantee you that there's a support level here. This is a supply that is there on a lower time frame. So price is definitely coming here, so I don't need to really worry. Even though this trade, you see when I started, you see the volatility and how it's pulling out. This usually happens at the beginning or end of a candle to scare you and shake you out. So I'm going to let this shake out, do whatever it's going to do. No news alerted me, so I'm going to stay in this trade and let it drop. If it pulls back, it pulled back. I'm in profit. You see, if it clips me out right here, guess what? I'm still in profit. I still won the trade. So a lot of you guys got to understand, your supply and your demand is what you really want to watch when you're trading. If you're trading close to supply levels, like say I'm up here and I'm taking a buy, that's the stuff you got to look at. Why would you take a buy near the resistance? The resistance is telling you that the price wants to bounce off of this and go down. If I'm near the support, why would I be taking a sell? You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you just respect levels, you don't have these problems. So when you guys ask about cutting a trade, I would cut a trade if I saw it come to this level. If I'm in a sell, right, and it starts doing what it's doing right now at this level, that's when I would clip the trade. I don't worry about it unless it's near a level and it's rejecting. If it's not rejecting, then I don't care. Like, see how this is going back to this 21 moving average? If it goes to the 50, matter of fact, I'm going to pull this right here, right, just to show y'all. Because I'm okay. Either way, I won this trade. If it goes to the 50 and does the same thing as doing to the 21, then that means price reversed. Because I'm expecting the 21 to hold us back. And if the 50 doesn't hold it back, then the price reversed. And you got to get out of the trade. Like, it's so many confluences. Like, look, see right here? Let me show you something. I'm going to show y'all right now what I see. I'm going to put this on. Look right here. Y'all see that? There's another one. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all what I see. And this is just from using this indicator. And if you pay attention, look, there's something going on right in this area right here, where price is bouncing back. And this is something that you got to go to another time frame to see what this is. But I don't need to go to another time frame. I already see it. I see something's wrong here. Something's going on here. Okay, so look. But the reason I'm not worried about it, because on my time frame, my hourly time frame is not respecting that. So I don't care about it. Right here is a level 2. So all of this is showing that there's a rejection. Buyers are stepping in strong here. We have to watch what the 50 does now. So if the 50 is disrespected, then I know that this is a valid reversal in price. But right now, everything is simple trading, guys. Everything is pointing down. See what I'm saying? My indicator pointed down. The trend line is down. The averages are down. The target popped out pointing down. What did I tell you about these targets? Remember that. And price is going down. And we know the support level is the next level at the bottom. So we got 5 confluences right here that this price is going down. So what am I clipping this trade for? You see what I'm saying? Plus, I'm already in profit, and I secured it by putting my stop loss in profit. So I see there's a level right here, and if the price passes this and passes the 50, then I need to be out of this trade, because this trade is a reversal and I'm in the wrong side of it. So when you say that you're taking too many trades and you're losing all your profit, that means that you're over trading. And by over trading, you're also not doing your proper analysis, because if you do your proper analysis and you get the trade that you need for the day, you don't need to keep taking trades. You see what I'm saying? So all you got to do is set a goal for yourself. This morning, I had one prop firm account, and then I had my main account. I took 2 trades on my prop firm account, 3 trades on my main account. I won all 5 of those trades, and guess what? Those were the accounts that I cared about. I clipped those trades and cut them off. For the rest of the day, I let this account that you see in front of you run, because I don't care about this account. This account is up 400%. There's no way I could lose a bunch of trades and lose anything like near 400% because I'm not using a big enough lot size to destroy a 400% account. Now, in the day, what am I up today on this account? I'm up 20%. So I don't have to worry about nothing on this account. As you can see, I went and put a lot of my stuff in profit. I move on my stop losses once I see the trades are running. But when you see me taking a bunch of trades like this, my main account that I use, which I show y'all, I usually post y'all when I show you GJ trades, that means I'm in a GJ trade on my main account because I only trade GJ on that account. I don't trade anything else. Today was different. I didn't want to trade GJ, so I traded UJ and I traded GU. And like I said, I took 3 trades, I won those. Then I took 2 trades on my prop firm and won those, and that was it. Those are the accounts that I have to worry about. So that's it. I only took 5 trades on those accounts, and those accounts could handle losses, and I still didn't overtrade on them. So stop overtrading. So keep your discipline tight. Watch your supply and your demand. Set up a disciplined goal. Stick to one time frame. A lot of y'all think I got a problem with a lower time frame, but the problem is if you moving all over the time frames, every time frame is showing you something different. Just like I marked up this 1 hour chart. Those little boxes you saw that I made, if I go to another time frame, there's going to be something happening there that's different from what I see on the 1 hour. So now I got to sit there and focus on the 1 hour, and now I got to focus on a different time frame. Because you think because it's the same pair when you go to a different time frame, the trade is the same, but it's not. The 1 hour direction is down. This price is going on a 5-minute chart. You know how many candles that is that's going up? So if you're scalping on a 5-minute chart, you just caught a buy of 20 pips, because I was up 55 pips. So that means I'm at 39 pips now. So that means that whoever's on the 5-minute chart, you just caught 20 pips. And a buy, which is a trend reversal trade, but you could do that on a 5-minute. So every time frame is different. That's why I tell you I stick to one time frame, because you got to master that time frame, and then you could go to other time frames. You'll start to respect that every time you change your time frame, you're changing your analysis, because your analysis has to be different. Now you see the price got near my 50. What did it start doing? It started respecting it. We got more into the hour candle, and now as we get towards the middle of this hour candle, now we're exhausting our buy, because that's not the real direction that this trade wants to go in. So that's why now, as you can see, I'm already back into 40 something pips on this trade, because I know the direction is a sell. Now if I sit here and start making excuses, I might psych myself out of this trade and go, okay, it's a buy, it's reversing, let me clip the sell, let me go into a buy. That's over trading when you start doing that. You have to believe your analysis and stick to it. And besides, this is all free for me because I hit my goals hours ago for the day. I'm done already. So this is just extra stuff. So just keep in mind, if you see yourself in a position, let me put this back on the chart. If you see yourself in a position where you are losing your profits, that happens when you overtrade, because the market likes to give you something and then take it back. And in order for you to keep it, you got to kind of like stay out of the market when you get it. So it's not a loss until you give it back. It's not a losing trade till you close it not in profit. You have to, when you win for the day, set a goal. My goal, hey, I want $500 for the week. I'm getting $100 every day. I'm going to trade 5 days. You get that $100 for the day, stop. That's it. That's how you discipline yourself. You don't learn and discipline yourself by going wild. Y'all see me going wild because these are accounts I do not care about. I have a bunch of accounts. I'm telling y'all, I have tons of accounts now. I don't care about majority of them. I have maybe 4 that I care about. The other 10 that I may have, I don't care. Okay, so just know that when I'm posting this is just to show that I know what I'm doing. I know how I'm trading. And I'm just showing y'all. Now you see this trade is starting to kind of bounce back on me. It's coming back because that's the overall direction of the trade. So unless you see a reason to not believe what I see, then you should stay in yourself. I don't know why you wouldn't. But like I said, people kind of like, you know, it's all psychology. People will let stuff mess with their head, man. People will do that. The market will do that if you let it too, man. So that's why I had to make this video. You asked me to make the video, so I made it to explain to you, you know, you really don't have to like worry about this stuff. It's kind of simple, man. But definitely when you see yourself making profits and you losing and you're giving it back, it's because you're over trading. That's always usually the case. And also, a lot of time you guys don't realize that you have to use proper risk management too, man. Because like I said, if you do like a 1-on-1 and you take 10 trades and you win, and right in front of y'all see my trade going back in my favor. So that's why I'm glad I got this chart open while I'm talking to y'all. If you see you take 10 trades and it's a 1-on-1, then you should be up 10% at the end of the 10 trades. But if somehow you're down 6%, that means you just overtraded. It don't mean that you're wrong. It don't mean that you don't know how to trade. It means you took too many trades. So when you were up 1%, what was your goal? Was your goal 10% at the end of the week? Because then that means you got to work on, your risk management, because maybe you need to take less trades and up your percentage. Maybe you need to take less trades. Usually you need to take less trades so you get the hang of it. But like, okay, I see some of y'all, when y'all in the groups and y'all post trades, y'all got different currency pairs. I used to stick to one pair. GJ was the only pair I stuck to for almost a year straight, just that one pair, because I learned that if you follow a pair, you know the cycle of when it's at its highest point, lowest point. You know when to buy, when to sell. If you stick to one pair and just trade on that one pair, you won't really have the problems that you're having. If you're trying to just catch trades all over the place because you have an indicator or because you have a confidence because of the indicator, then the market's going to know this and it's going to manipulate you and it's going to cook you. So if you're finding yourself in that position, it's because you're over trading, 100%. So if you're taking 20 trades for the week, you need to learn how to cut that down, because you have no goal at that point. I mean, you're just a savage. You just taking whatever come in front of you. You need to take your trading and calm it down. Like, you need to say, hey, I want for $100 a day, one lot, 10 pips is $100. Now your account might be $500. That means you need to bring that down to a 0.01, and that's 10 cents. So how do you do that? You got to get 10 pips. 10 pips is $1. So you need 100 pips a day, which we already, we go for that. You need 100 pips a day. You need to do that 5 times a week. So you got to do your math. Y'all guys are not doing your math, and you being savage. You taking every trade you see. Like, look at this chart in front of you. There's a bunch of trades in here that ain't that good. And the reason you don't need to take all of them is because you need to have a goal. And I'm going to teach everybody with my chart how to get the winning trade on the chart and not worry about the other trades. Because that's the thing. Y'all think I take every single trade. If you pay attention to my chart, if you don't see a little green or a red dot next to the spot, that means I didn't take that trade. So a lot of those trades y'all see, I didn't take them. So you got to kind of get the training. I'm trying to help y'all. We got to get all of that straight, where we got to do more training, and I got to constantly talk to you about certain things just to get the psychology straight for y'all. But yeah, that's that. If you see that happening, man, you're over trading 100%. So when you're in that boat, you need to work on your supply and demand analysis, because that's what's getting you. A lot of y'all, what it is y'all are going to different time frames and thinking that because you're in a different time frame, everything is the same. It's not. What looks like a buy on an hour could be a sell on a 5 minute. What looks like a sell on a 5 minute could be a buy on a 1 hour. A lot of y'all think that because it's the same pair, it's the same story. Every time frame is different, guys. I'm telling y'all that now, so y'all don't kill yourselves with that. That's why I don't never change my time frame. The 30 minute give out way more trades than a 1 hour, and I still won't switch to it because I'm disciplined. I understand my strategy, and this is how I'm working. I'm not letting nothing entice me. I love to see y'all on those 5 minute and 15 minute charts killing it, but I'm not messing with that because that's not what I do. So I don't sit up here and let these YouTubers get me hype, gas me up, go have me running around on some pair that I never traded before, on some time frame that I see them killing on. That works for them. That may not work for me. And guess what? Just like I'm on this 1 hour, that 5 minute might be better for you. But one thing's for certain at the end of the day, that last line you said, I'll have winning trades and then my losing ones just wash out the wins. That is risk management, because you should not be losing and the losses is as big as your wins. That means you are trading wrong, bro, because your losses should be 1 to 1. It should not be your losses are 1 to 3, 3 against you. You're not mathing right. So if your win is 1 to 5, your loss should be 1 to 1. You should be risking 1 to 1 on your trades, man. If you going 1 to 1 and you lose, and you are losing and consistently not in profit, that means you're not trading right because you're taking a lot of losing trades. That's you at that point. That means you're just not trading right. So if I take 10 trades 1 to 1 and I lose 6, that means that my win rate is low because I'm trading wrong. The 4 might be luck. The 6 might be that I can't trade. You got to keep practicing, and you got to work on the over trading. If you win for the day and you lose, that means you was over trading. You kept going. You know, like I said, the reason that don't happen to me is because my main accounts, I clip them joints. I see all these trades right here. I could have on my main accounts running, but I'm not doing it. I'm not risking it with the money that I don't want to lose. So if it's money you don't want to lose, you need to set a goal for that account. When you hit that goal, you stop. Now, you may have a goal of 5% for the week, and then at the end of the week, you got 15%. That other 10%, do what I do. Take that 10% and go get another account. Now, whatever happens with that account with the 10% in it, who cares? And you just keep compounding your accounts. That's what I do. So I got accounts that I just compound. But if anything was to happen and I lose on those accounts, I don't care. Like right now, I got 4 MT4s running right now in the background. I'm showing y'all 1, but I got 3 more running. And I had 2 other ones running this morning that I already closed. I closed those before 12. I turned those things on at 7 a.m. and closed those things by 12. That was it. I didn't get greedy and get up at 1 and go trade on those accounts. No, I said not today. It was Monday. I could have got up and caught a couple trades. I let them go. Wasn't being greedy. I'm disciplined. So you got to work on your discipline, and you got to work on your risk to reward, bro. Definitely respect the support and resistance, supply and demand. Now, the only reason you could be getting caught up in that is because, matter of fact, let me take a picture of that and post that too. Only reason you could be getting caught up in that is because you went on a different time frame, and this is why I warn y'all, because y'all be going to the different time frames, and y'all think that this is okay. I'm saving the image while I'm talking to y'all. This is in real time, so pardon me. I'm saving this image right now, real time. Save image. Why is it saving it as an unknown file? Whatever. Okay, so I'm saving this image because, yes, this is perfect. This is the perfect one for me to post. This is perfect. Okay, because this is regarding a robot, and I gotta show y'all something. I gotta reveal a little secret to y'all who purchase robots. Just so y'all know this. I'm about to put something on the screen. Pardon me. Add new source. I'm gonna put something on the screen that I need to talk about. Because y'all need to see this. Perfect. Okay, so let's put this on the screen. Boom. Let's make this thing bigger. Let's talk about this. Let's put this over me. Put this over everybody. Let's see if I could transform this to fit the screen. Okay, that's all it's gonna give me. Y'all and y'all fancy ultra wide monitors. You think I don't know that resolution? I recognize that resolution. But anyway, okay, so one of the people in the group asked me to make the video. I'm not putting the name because I don't know if he want me to put his name, and I don't want to feel like I'm putting him on blast because this is not that type of situation. It's a teachable moment. What you don't realize is, okay, see the Ikamushu cloud right here? You see how he said, this is what he said in the group when he posted this, and I'm going to address this and show you something so y'all can know this. He said, thought it was a little pullback to continue going up, and the indicator showed all buys. At the time, it looked like this, and the indicator showed all buys. So I was like, it's go time. Now, here's the thing. Right away when he said this, I asked him about what he traded on, and he told me he traded on TradingView. And once again, I addressed that in the beginning of the video, that TradingView and MT4 will not have the same prices. Now, what's interesting is he has the Tikasin and Kitasin line on his cloud. Now what you don't realize is the TK cross at the bottom and the JK cross at the bottom would have to say buy in order for this to be true, what you said. Also, the robot would also have a watermark showing you that it took the trade. This is how we could tell if somebody took the trade with the robot or the trade themselves. So if you don't have a watermark, we know that. You know, my mentor had this program. When I make any robot, I use that same strategy. I put the watermark. So if there's no watermark, we know that that's not a trade that the robot took. So that means that you, for some reason, saw a buy here. And if you look at the indicator at the bottom, it's telling you the indicator signals when something crosses. There was nothing signaling a buy, because if you look at the blue line and the red line, you see that it never came out of there at all. So it never bust out of that. Now, it bust out of the cloud a long time ago, hours ago, but no, it didn't come out the cloud. It was going down as a sell, and it was continuing to sell. So let's look at this pair. Let's look at this pair, man, and let's do it on your favorite chart, because I know how y'all love this. I know how y'all love this trading view. So let's do it on trading view. Audi, let's see what pair he got. What pair is that we looking at? What pair is that we looking at? Audi USD, okay. The trading view chart. Again, this thing is obnoxious with how it takes over your computer. Alright, here we go. Okay. And once again, I could look at the trading view and see right away what happened here, and it confirms what I thought. But once again, let's go to trading view and show it, because what are we showing it for? Let me get rid of this image. Let's get rid of this other image. Now, you said that everything was showing a sell. Now, let me repeat what you said, because it doesn't make sense. At the time, there's a pullback going. The indicator showed all buys, so that can't be true based off the indicator. And I mean, guys, forget the indicator, but just look at the chart, the price. This is why, like, guys, y'all can't get lazy. Look at this 1 hour chart and look at the price. What is the price doing just from looking at the top? Look at the highest point, look at the lowest point. And this is on TradingView, because a lot of y'all use TradingView because it's supposed to be simpler to use, and which it is. Look at it. Now, if you look at the real bottom of it, right? Look at the bottom of it right here. My damn mouse is not cooperating today. My mouse is hating. Look at right here. Look at the price. You see this level right here? This is confirming that this is a sell. Just look at these two candles right here. This is telling you this is a sell. Look at the wick at the same point. Look at what the wick is doing. What is it doing right here? It's rejecting this level right here, right? All you gotta do is look at these two things alone, and you know that you could just take a sell right now. I could click sell right now and win this trade, because it's gonna go down here to where this wick is at. And look at this wick right here. This is a level, so this is the low of this price. Now, when it gets down here, it might reverse. It might be ready to reverse now. But the point is, it's in a downtrend. So I don't get how this is in a downtrend, and how your own chart, which you posted, because I asked when he said this to show the chart, and this is what he posted. The Chica Sin is not crossing in a buy. It never did it. It did it down here when it broke through, and that was a valid trade. And as you can see, the resistance was respected. This is why I say, look at your resistance and your support levels. It was respected, right? Broke off here, it was respected, right? Okay, once it got respected, it went back into a sell formation, and then at the bottom is telling you sells. The price on this, even though you can't really see it, it's still downtrending. Just look, everything falling down. Then when you go to I hate that my mouse is doing this. Then when you go to the MT4, what do you see? You see the same thing. So No offense, bro, but just to let you know, this is what you call getting comfortable and lazy trading. You just got a little too confident, and that's kind of how this happened, because price was telling you it did not want to go up. At no point did it tell you that. At no point did it tell you that. So it was no reason for you to even think that. The indicator showed it. The price showed it. It's just screaming sell. It's screaming sell, man. It don't really take a rocket scientist to figure that out. But it can happen when you get a little too comfortable or too cocky. You can't ever get too comfortable with trading, man. And I just want to show this page right here, because as you can see, TradingView exposed why your chart is different on TradingView and on the best trading chart to use. You know what I mean? And if you just look it up, TradingView and MT4 has a well-known history of not matching. So just be careful, guys. That's all I'm saying. It just has a history of not matching. And on this chart, it made it very painfully obvious that this was a super sell. It's been in the sell trend for days now, as you can see. I mean, when you go to MT4, I mean, it's the same story. So when you go to your chart, rather, nothing in your chart showed a buy. I mean, it did come through the cloud, and it did what it was supposed to do. Price did what you would wanted to do in this situation, which is it went up. It went up right to the highest point of resistance, and rejected right by your arrow. It did what it was supposed to do. It dropped down like it was supposed to do. So I don't know if you thought it was going to bounce off the cloud there, but yeah, if the bottom says sell and it's dropping, it's kind of like rocket science. It's not rocket science. Then if you look at the overall trend of the price, yeah, that thing was going down, man. The 1 hour had that one little buy, because for a second it was buying, which was right here. Right before it hit resistance, it broke out bearish. I mean, it broke out bullish and then became bearish off of that level. But yeah, everything did what it was supposed to do there. You kind of just gotta, when you get to these levels, you gotta watch this though. That's kind of when you gotta watch your trade. Now, if you were on TradingView, like you said, you wouldn't have saw this. But there's an indicator on TradingView that I know a lot of y'all use, which you did mention you used, that shows that was definitely it was a resistance. You know what I mean? So I don't know what you saw. I don't know how you saw a buy there, man. But once again, that could be over trading. All that could be. And once again, I'm getting ready to get back to 50 pips. As y'all can see, my candle did what I told you. It reached this little area. The 50 definitely tore it up, and like I said, the 50 showed respect, and it just melted off my 50. Like I told y'all, this is not rocket science, guys. It's not. It's really not. It seemed like it, but it's not. Just watch your trading, man. Just watch your over trading. Always watch these support. But why y'all think I put this on every indicator? I made this indicator super cheap for anybody to get it. If you don't do anything, use this indicator, because it's going to teach you those levels. And when you see those levels, just make sure you watch your trade. Because as you watch your trade, the sell was super giveaway right here. Like, let me show you where the super giveaway was on yours, man. Put your chart up. Yeah, right at that level, at that point, man. Let me go in the thing and look at the price. Yeah, it was at 0.69240. You had a great opportunity to sell from there, but the indicator said buys. There's no way it would have said that unless the Tikkason and the Keaton cross. So I don't know, bro. You know, you're gonna have to start recording those things and posting them so we can see it. But yeah, just to let you know, man, if you're down and you take a bunch of trades, or you took a few trades and you're down, usually that's just comes from over trading. So you got to discipline yourself to take less trades and have your risk to reward ratio set up right, and your percentages right, man. Like, what are you risking and how much are you risking per trade? If you're risking 1% and your risk to reward is like a 1 to 5, then you get 5% in one trade. Why are you taking any more trades for the day? At that point, you're just being greedy. So I know this video was long, but I had to kind of like really break down this explanation. And I did need to explain to you guys that use the MT4 in the TradingView that sometimes they do lag and they do not match. As you can see from the beginning of the video, for a quick hot minute, the candles didn't match right there. And I'm on the same server. So if you're not on the same server like I am, which most of y'all are not because you haven't set that up, I had somebody set that up for me, then your price is different. So when you take what you think might be a buy on TradingView and it's a sell on MT4, it's because the servers are different. Okay, you have to set your trading view to the same server as the broker you're using, or the price will be slightly different. And in my case, it was the same server, and I still had a different price. Low key, I was off a little bit on my price, and it was live. Really, I recorded it live, so y'all can't say that was made up. But anyway, it's your boy Jimmy. Hopefully I broke this down good enough for y'all. If not, I'll try to make like another follow-up video giving a better detailed explanation. But just know that if you take 10 trades and you're losing six or more, at that point it's your trading you need to watch. But then also, if you could lose 6 out of 4 trades and your risk to reward be 1 to 5 and you win 4, so that's 20%. And you risk 1 to 5, if you lose 6, that's 6%. You still should have 14% profit. So that tells you right there your math is wrong, because if I lose 6 out of 10 and I'm doing a 1 to 5, I could be down 6 trades and still be up 14%. Okay, so that tells you right there you're over trading and you're risking too much in your trades if that's happening. Okay, so those are the 2 problems you have. You need to set a goal for yourself. When you hit that goal, get out of the market for the day, at least on that account. And if you're over your goal, take that extra money and get another account. That's what I do. So hopefully that helps you. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If there's any other videos y'all want me to make, let me know. And yeah, as you can see, man, my GJ trade just did what I said in my analysis right in front of y'all. When I started out, I had 50 pips. I'm back at 50 pips. The fake out didn't catch me. I know a downtrend. I know I see a downtrend. I know GJ wants to go to that supply level, and I'm going to stay with it till it do. Okay, so just keep your trading simple, guys. There's no need to overcomplicate it. And like I said, if you're up, if you're down, it's because you overtraded. That's it. It's not that you don't know what you're doing. You're just overtrading. You got to work on that percentage and that risk. Peace.